This program definitely made us stronger. It definitely, I think it gave us knowledge that we wouldn't have had other way, or it would have taken us a long, long time to develop, and we would have had to make a lot of mistakes before we would have been, before we would have gained that knowledge. And now, after, few weeks of few hours a day, we probably saved 2 years of mistake after mistake after mistake. So I think it's very valuable. I did not think that there is so much that I can learn, and I was humbled and I was proven completely wrong. Definitely teaches you new concepts, well, taught me new concepts that I haven't thought about before, and it really streamlined our company.
LaunchIt was extremely important to our success as a company. Really helped us focus and accelerate what we were working on. We were already in business and in revenue production, but it really sharpened what we were doing. I'd have to say we really rethought a lot of the things that we had started the business on, and learned more than we expected to. But probably the most surprising thing was the dividends that it paid even after the class was over. Really some world-class mentors that have continued to support us, and it's led to a lot of other opportunities that I'm sure we would not have had if we hadn't gone through the class.
I'd say the best part of this program was the candid feedback from really seasoned coaches who were in it for no other reason than to help others be successful. We have a lot of initiatives, we have a lot of great ideas in our own company, and so what we're doing is we're vetting them through our own strategic plan, and we're taking the business model canvas that we utilize as a tool at LaunchIt, and I've now used it on 3 new ventures that we're considering. And so what we're doing is vetting to see, are these ideas real? And if so, if we want to go forward with them.
Within the network of peers like me or the coaches, I think that benefit was just phenomenal to put me in that environment with 25 plus companies on a week-by-week basis. It was just excellent. I just was very impressed with the format of each session, especially the guest speakers and the content that they brought.
LaunchIt is great for people that need to figure out if they have a viable business model. In many cases, we see companies with a new product or with a new customer base or a new selling method, and it's just not clear early on if that's going to be able to create a functional business or not. So the purpose of LaunchIt is to walk through as quickly as possible in the course of just a 10-week program a top-to-bottom analysis of the business itself to make sure that the product makes sense and that it's possible to find customers and that there's a willingness to pay. And so hopefully at the end the successful LaunchIt graduate has worked through a lot of different aspects of the business and in the best case then has reached the conclusion that there is a solid business opportunity there.
The essence of what we're doing is we are searching for a better way to build a product and deliver that product to a customer. And I found that over the course of the years, even though most of our graduates have been first-time owners and CEOs, I'm using the same tools, the same techniques as a consultant to mature companies who've been in business for years. But I've seen people work really hard on the wrong things. And working hard on the right things can make all the difference in the world. It's all about speed and about being fast and efficient at finding the business model and then beating your competitor to the marketplace. And what we do in this program, it really does give you the advantage of speed. You will learn in just a few weeks what will take you months or years to do without the benefit of the coaches and the network in this program.
LaunchIt is so valuable for entrepreneurs for a number of reasons. Number one, it gives them a framework to test out their concept, their business concept. It gives them a time frame, a 10-week time frame, to go from basically an idea on the back of a napkin to, will this actually work? Do I have a scalable, repeatable, profitable business model? And it does that in a lot of different ways. It enables them to connect with other entrepreneurs that are in the program, which is invaluable, and it enables them to connect and talk and build relationships with the guest speakers that we get every week, who are amazing entrepreneurial supporters and investors in the community. And then it also enables them to practice their elevator pitch, their presentation skills. It gives them the whole framework of the lean startup model so that they can get out of the building and actually do customer development. LaunchIt is one of the best for the money, ways to get an entrepreneurial education that there is. I mean, there's MBA programs that are 2 years long and thousands of dollars, but this is a 10-week course for much less money, and you get so much more out of it.
Well, one big one, definitely do it. No, it's absolutely a great program. I recommend it to a lot of entrepreneurs that come to talk to me.
I think it makes sense for anyone who is really seriously considering putting time and effort into a new business development, whether it's early stage concept or even someone who, like us, was up and running at some level. If they value their time and money, because it certainly would be a great advantage in accelerating the business and using these lean launchpad techniques and skills to improve the chances of success.
My advice to you is don't let the roadblocks of any other thoughts of why you wouldn't come get in the way of coming. There's no reason to not take the chance to spend the time to advance your concepts and make it real through LaunchIt. The access to the coaches, the advice, the tools that are given, you're not going to get it anywhere else. What better place to help advance your idea and make it real than here with Nucleus.
That person right now that's watching this video who has an idea and who is constantly bothered about that idea and making that idea real, I think they should take the next step to explore what it's going to take to make it real, because there's a lot of people dreaming of great ideas. It's the execution that matters, and LaunchIt just gives you just a fantastic sandbox to practice and to take those first steps of executing. I think quickly you'll decide that this is a very easy next step, a very natural next step for you to do, a very safe, conservative investment of time and money for you to really get your concept off the ground.
The LaunchIt program is that sort of make or break decision point where someone who thinks they want to be an entrepreneur, thinks they want to start a new business, can, through the LaunchIt program, gather the information that they need to make that decision, whatever that decision ends up being, to go ahead with the business, or in some cases to not.
I would say the people who should think about it now are the ones who have clearly been unable to let go of an idea they want to pursue, to see if there's a product and a company behind that, or the ones who've already taken the leap and they are in a company running a business and they need to do it efficiently. They need to use as little capital as possible until they know they have something that can then raise the resources they need to make it as successful as it can be.
Anybody that is an entrepreneur or wants to be an entrepreneur that has the bare bones of an idea. That's all you really need. And the commitment to doing what it takes to get that idea to a position where you're going to launch.